One time, she punched me in the face. It was awesome.
It's Maddie and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a highly requested video. Okay, this is annoying me. Today's video is a highly requested update video on the whole Kylie Royal Peach Palette eyeshadow. You guys know the name of the eyeshadow palette, the Peach Palette. Okay, we're just gonna call it the Peach Palette. As some of you may know, I have been going back and forth through email with Kylie Cosmetics. Today I'm going to just go through those emails with you guys and let you know what they said about the situation. Kylie.
She's the queen bee, the star. Those other two are just her little workers.
Regina George. How do I even begin to explain Regina George?
Regina George is flawless. She has 2 Fendi purses and a silver Lexus.
I hear her hair is insured for $10,000.
I hear she does car commercials in Japan. Her favorite movie is Varsity Blues.
One time she met John Stamos on a plane and he told her she was pretty.
One time, she punched me in the face. It was awesome.
Comments of people saying, why do people gotta hate on people that are doing good? Like, I'm not doing that. I gave her my money. I've spent over $100 on her cosmetics. So everybody calm your shit down, okay? I don't know about the others, but for me, I can speak for myself and I'm not hating on anybody, so relax. So if you don't know the video that I'm talking about, the first video that I did on the Kylie Peach Palette where I took it apart, then I will have that link down below for you guys and you guys can check that out and then come back to this video so that everything makes sense. But I guess let's just get into the emails between Kylie Cosmetics and I. The emails went a little like, hello, my name is Maricela and I ordered the Royal Peach Palette the first day it launched. I received it the following Thursday and now that I have opened and used it, I have noticed a very strong, unpleasant scent coming from the palette. What is making it smell so bad? I was so excited about the palette, but now I'm not sure what to think. Any help or insight on the situation will be much appreciated. Thank you. And then following that, I just got a standard email confirmation where it just basically says, thanks for contacting us and we'll get back to you shortly as soon as we can, blah, blah, blah.
Hello, Maricela. Thank you for emailing us. We really appreciate your feedback, as we are always trying to improve. Rest assured, your Royal Peach Palette is 100% 100% safe to use. We have spoken with our product development team, and they have informed us that the smell may have been caused by the palette being enclosed during transit.
The smell may have been caused by being enclosed during transit. What do you mean?
We recommend keeping your palette open for 24 to 48 hours to diminish the smell. This is safe to do as long as you store your Royal Peach Palette in a cool, dry place, away from UV rays.
Away from UV rays.
We hope this helps out. Thank you, best, Kylie Cosmetics.
So that being the first response that I got to the first email that I sent to them, the thing that stuck out to me was, first I was like, what do you mean the smell was caused by being enclosed during transit? And then the thing that really caught my attention with this email, and I was like, okay, this seems really shady right now. They were warning me to keep the palette away from UV rays. That just came out of nowhere. Like, that is so random. I just thought, like, that is so freaking random that they told me to keep my palette away from the sun and UV rays. Like, I thought about that and I was like, okay, this is really shady. Like, the fuck is going on here?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
So I decided to respond to that by saying, thank you for your response, but I have a few other concerns I'd like to discuss. I have taken the eyeshadows out of the palette and they have been airing out since January 21st, but they still smell. By the way, they are still airing out. Ever since I filmed the video, they have been on my vanity, just airing out, just been there, just chilling. It seems to me that the smell is permanent, which is very odd and concerning. I've never encountered an eyeshadow palette or any makeup product for that matter with such a stench. Yes, I use the word stench because that was very appropriate for the situation. And then I had to add this in because I needed, like, the main thing that I wanted to know was why they said the thing about the UV rays, right? So I said, also, I'm curious as to why it needs to be kept away from UV rays. What will happen if it is exposed to UV rays? Awaiting your response. Thank you. And then the response that I got, which I felt like they were avoiding the question or they needed like a little more time to like think of what the response was gonna be to what I asked. So the response that I got was,
hello, Maricela. We are so sorry to hear you're experiencing this issue. What is your order number so that I can take a quick look for you? Thank you.
And of course, when I got that email, I was like, okay, I feel like they're trying to buy time because in my first email at the very bottom, I put my order number and I also put my first and last name. So they already had my order number, so I feel like they were just trying to buy time to give me a response, but that's just how I feel. May or may not be true, but that's just the way I saw it and the way I took it. Good morning, sure thing, my order number is... And then again, I reminded in this email, I said, I would like to know how UV rays would affect the palette. I was told to keep it away from UV rays, and I'm just curious as to why. Thank you.
Oh, hey, Donna. I was emailing some customers, and I kind of said something about, you know, making sure that they keep their palettes away from UV rays. They want to know why, and I'm not really sure what to say. So, what reasons should I provide because they want to know why they should keep it away from UV rays? Can you tell me what I should say back in the email?
You said what, Victoria? You mentioned UV rays. Why would you do that? That's supposed to be confidential information. Do you want us to get sued? Do you want to lose your job?
No, of course not. I just kind of got nervous, you know, because there's just so many people emailing and I have to answer so many emails a day and everyone's questioning why it smells, and like, I was just trying to be helpful and it just kind of slipped and
Kidding me, Victoria? We've talked about this before. You're fucking lucky I haven't fired your ass yet. Now we have to lie. Now we have to make something up. We have to kind of not lie. Okay, we're not lying. I want you slipping that to someone in an email. This is what you're gonna say, okay? Write it down so you don't forget, Victoria. You know what? Let me write this damn thing right now. Exactly what I wrote down, and not a thing more, not a thing less. Now be gone.
okay, thank you. Thanks. I won't let you down. I won't let you down. Oh my god, okay.
And then I received a response saying,
Hello, Maricela. The reason we suggest keeping the open peach palette away from UV rays is to ensure it stays in its original state, so to speak, as UV rays may affect the pigmentation of the shades. I hope this was helpful. Thank you. Kylie Cosmetics.
so after I received that message, I was like, okay, well maybe that might make sense, but that's so... Do they think I'm just gonna like put my open palette on the windowsill with the window open like a fucking set of flowers or like a plant or something? I guess if I was trying to air it out, but that's like I don't know. I just felt like that was really far-fetched, like a far-fetched thing to say. Oh shit, I'm still Victoria. I'm not using anybody's name from the company. This is just Victoria. I just made her up, okay? All the names are just made up. But basically after all that, I sent them a message like, okay, they obviously aren't trying to help me or offer a solution or anything. They're just trying to like answer my questions quickly, I feel like, to kind of like shut me up and get rid of me. The following email that I sent to them was, the palette has been open on top of my vanity for over a week now and it still smells, which is 100% accurate. I am very disappointed and feel as if the palette is unusable. I've only used it once, and when I did, one of my eyelids became irritated, which I did not tell you guys in the first video. It was this eye, it was like up in this area, and I don't know if it was like coincidence that I was using that palette when that happened, or I don't know what it was, but I had a feeling that it had something to do with the shadows, but it may or may have not. I have not experienced that ever. I have only used the palette once, which was for the purpose of that video when I wore the eyeshadows in that video, so I don't know. So again, I said I am very disappointed and feel as if the palette is unusable. I've only used it once, and when I did, one of my eyelids became irritated, which I believe was because of the palette. I feel as though I spent $50 on a display piece instead of a product that I can actually use. After my first experience using it, and especially since it still smells, I am uncomfortable using it on my eyes. I was about to say eyelids, but yes, on my eyes. There is no solution you can provide me to assure me it is safe to use. I also own the bronze palette and have never had a single problem with it. Or I said issue, a single issue with it. How is it that the palette has absolutely no scent, yet the smell the Royal Peach palette has is overwhelming and still there after being depotted and left to air out for over a week? I feel like at this point they were getting really irritated with me because I was just like going back with the emails. Like immediately when I got an email from them, even though they would take a few days to respond, I was like punching back. I was like, my questions, you know what I mean? So at this point, I feel like Victoria was like putting up her hair, you know, she was like, this fucking little bitch. Okay. I feel like Victoria was feeling a little like this, okay? All right, Vicky, come on.
Hello, Maricela, for the trillionth time. We understand your concern, but we want to assure you that our quality team has confirmed the Royal Peach palette is safe to use. Okay, little bitch. The product and its packaging have passed all safety testing. Additionally, we have confirmed that the odor is coming from the adhesive in the packaging and has had no contact with the product. We are confident that the smell will continue to diminish over time.
And I'm thinking, I'm gonna be Victoria for a second still. I'm thinking, continue to diminish over time. At that point, when we were doing these emails, my palette had been open and airing out for about a week, and it still smelled. So diminish over time, am I supposed to keep it open for the rest of my life? Is that what you want, Kylie Cosmetics? What the fuck do you think this is? Back into character. I'm Victoria again.
We sincerely, for the millionth time, apologize for any inconvenience or concern this may have caused. Best, Victoria.
After that email, I feel like Victoria went home and she just fucking drank a whole bottle of wine after dealing with my ass, okay? Then my annoying ass had to respond to that and say, thank you again for responding to my emails. If you don't mind, could you tell me the adhesive that was used on the palettes? So I'm just like digging deep. I'm trying to like go to the root to the problem. I want to know what adhesive was used on the palettes, if they could tell me, which I don't see why they wouldn't be able to tell me, so that I can dig deep and do some research into that adhesive and see if that really causes a smell after it's been dried, after weeks of being applied to the product. I mean, I don't know, because in my case, and this is just in my case, based on the comments that I've gotten on my previous video, there's a lot of people saying, oh, mine barely has a smell, it's not irritating, you're overreacting, like calm the fuck down. But you know what? All I can speak for is myself and my palette, and my palette is smelly, it just stinks, it's unnatural, I don't appreciate it, okay? And after being open for like damn near 2 weeks now, okay? Damn near 2 weeks, it still smells. Apesta mucho, okay? Yo no estoy jugando. Yo no juego. I don't play games, okay? No game playing here. No game playing here. This is just an escándalo. Escandaloso. Escandalosa. Escándalo. This is just so escandaloso and trashoso. What do you guys think about their response and the things that they said? Again, things that I feel are kind of shady is that they said it's safe to use as long as I keep it away from UV rays, right? They said it's safe to use as long as I keep it away from UV rays. But later when I said, what does UV rays have to do with it? They said it just changes the pigmentation. So if it changes the pigmentation, that should still be safe, right? So they're saying, basically they're saying if you put it in the UV rays, it's going to be unsafe. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that just seems really shady. So it's been a few days at this point and they haven't gotten back to me about the whole glue situation. Assuming they get back to me at some point in time in this lifetime, if they do and they tell me what glue it is, I can investigate and, you know, maybe go buy the glue and see if it actually smells after it's dry and stuff, to see if their claims are true. If you guys want me to do that, let me know and I'll keep you updated on that in the future. Do a video on that on the future if they ever tell me the secret glue that they're using, this disgusting bomb glue that they're using. But for now, we're just gonna leave it as it is. This is all the information that I have for now. Hopefully this was helpful to you in some way. Hopefully it was entertaining for you as well. This video is definitely different than anything I've ever done before. And I had fun doing it. So yeah, also, if you're wondering what highlight I'm wearing right here in my inner corners and on my brow bone, it is actually a highlight that I made. And if you don't know, I'm making my own cosmetics line, which should be launching this year. So follow my cosmetics line on Instagram. It'll be right here. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Got a blast.